Hello everyone, this is Keith Jackson and welcome to Jack's Math Notebook. In this video, we are going to learn about the least common multiple of two or more numbers. And what is the least common multiple? It is the first multiple two or more numbers have in common. And so we have three big examples to show you how that is done. And the first big example is pretty easy because what we can do, we could just go 3 times 8, and that will give us the least common multiple in this case, and that would be 24. But sometimes if you multiply these two numbers, you may not get the least common multiple. You may get a multiple, all right, but it may be way on down the line. But the least common multiple means that the first multiple that they have in common. And so usually when we try to find the least common multiple of two numbers, we just count by those two numbers. We're just going to count by threes here. We're going to count by eights here. And that would be an easy way to find the least common multiple of these two numbers. And so let's go ahead and count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. And then we're going to count by 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. And as you notice, 24 is the first common multiple or the least common multiple that 3 and 8 have in common, because as you notice, they don't match up until the number 24 comes across right there. And so the least common multiple of 3 and 8 is 24. And let's take a look at big example 2, in which we're going to find the least common multiple of 4 and 10. And notice that when I multiply 4 times 10, I will get 40. And 40 is a multiple of 4 and 10, but it's not the least common multiple. And we'll show you why as we count by 4. And so we're going to count by 4 right here, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And if we count by tens, right, we got 10, 20, and 30. And notice that right here, we arrived at the least common multiple or the first common multiple before we arrived at 40. And we noticed that the first common multiple of 4 and 10 is 20. And that means that 20 is the least common multiple of 4 and 10. And let us take a look at the least common multiple of 6 and 9. And if we go 6 times 9, we will arrive at 54. 54 is a multiple of 6 and 9, but is it the least common multiple? And we're going to show you why it is not. Because what we're going to do, we're going to count by 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. And we'll count by 9, 9, 18, 27, and 36. And notice right here, guess what? 36 is also a factor of 6 and 9, right? It's a multiple of 6 and 9, but it's not the least common multiple of 6 and 9 because we arrived at 18 first. 18 is the least common multiple of both 6 and 9 right here, and that's what you see right there. Okay, yeah, I've been given a lot of information. I wouldn't blame you if you need to pause the video to take a look at these three big examples to understand the least common multiple, or replay this video as many times you need to gain a deeper understanding of this concept. But in the meantime, please comment, share, like, and subscribe to Jack's Math Notebook for more content. Thank you and goodbye.